Yeah, that's really the only object that I'm really into. Like I'm into
Vehicles.
vehicles. I'm into mechanical vehicles.
Right.
There's like something about mechanical vehicles that just speak to me. I love them. I love looking at them. I love sitting in them. I love driving them. It's just like it's one of the things that people say like money can't buy you happiness. That's definitely true. If you're fucked up, you're not going to get happier if you get rich. But if you're already reasonably happy and you can afford a nice muscle car, god damn, you'll feel happier. You will feel happier
But every time.
every time you
So
drive
what I'm
it.
saying is when I got the 67 Chevy Camaro, I needed no other cars. I was complete.
Yeah.
When I got the Grand National, you couldn't tell me anything. There was nothing on the highway that was of my ilk.
Yeah.
But I've felt that way 12, 13 times. That's what makes it real love.
Yeah, they give you real joy
Yeah.
every time you drive them.
And you feel like that character in that movie, you
Fuck
know?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you drive a 1970 Chevelle, you feel like John Wick.
yeah, it's a sacred place. There's music there, there's
Yeah.
recklessness, but there's safety.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like it gets to
Thrills.
the essence of a being.
And I think it's a thing that won't exist 100 years from now. I think automated driving will be mandatory. I really do. I think we're about
Well-
100 years away. 100 years away from no personal automobiles. No control of your vehicle. We're going to stop all crashes. We could stop all crashes and all highway deaths. Come on, Katt. Won't you contribute and give up all your rights to drive? We're
It's-
going to stop all death.
Yeah, it's not, but understand that all of these things have financial benefits, and then they use those perks you just mentioned to get you in. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But somebody's making money.
I believe that it'll be mandatory, but for practical reasons, like this thing where the police want you and they have to chase you and you may get away. Those days are done.
Yeah, they're just
You
going to
see what
shut your car off. Yeah.
your car is going to do what they
Yeah.
tell it to do,
Yeah.
which is get behind this patrol car and follow us to the station.
There's
Lock the
speculation
doors,
that
like-
they've had that for a long time, you know. There was that famous journalist, Michael Hastings, that was his name. There's this journalist. I don't know if you know this story, but it's pretty crazy. This guy went to Afghanistan with the troops, and he was only supposed to be there writing a Rolling Stone article about this general for a very short amount of time. But then there was the volcano in Iceland, and the volcano in Iceland stopped air travel. So this journalist from the Rolling Stone was embedded in this troop, and they started talking shit. And he started reporting the shit that they were talking, including disparaging comments that the general had said about Obama. So the general gets back. He has to retire. He has to, it's the Rolling Stone exposed. It's a big deal because everybody loves this general. So he retires, and this Michael Hastings guy is on the run, and he's terrified. He's telling people, if I commit suicide, I did not kill myself. People are threatening my life. And then he's going down La Brea, and his car is going like 120 miles an hour and just slams into a tree and explodes. And there's a video footage of it. This dude is just flying, look at that, flying down the street. Hits a tree, and the car explodes. And they asked security experts at that time, I think this was like 2005, 2005, is it possible to control a vehicle remotely? They said, does your vehicle have a computer? Your vehicle has a computer, they can control it. Period. There's a way.
And they know that.
And they've been doing that for, this is
2010.
2010. So this is 14 fucking years ago.
Easy peasy.
If they could do that then, what can they do now? They just shut your fucking car right off.
Oh, that's what his article came out. I'm sorry. So I think the accident was 2013.
Oh.
There you go.
Well, how was the article in 2010 if the accident's in 2013?
Well, the article came out first and exposed McChrystal.
Oh, the Rolling Stone
yeah,
article.
yeah,
I thought you meant
yeah.
the article
No,
on the accident.
If you actually do reading about Tesla, see, that's the thing, Joe. That's why I love history so much, because once you find out that this world is a circle, you can never get lost. Like,
Right.
you can look at certain things and it'll
Patterns.
tell you what's going to happen later, like with amazing accuracy. Like, yeah, like that's how I knew that things like what you showed me with Hastings, that those were real things.
Yeah.
It's not.
They've always been real.
Everybody who has ever been killed in one of those ways, there was a financial benefit to it. It was obvious. It was easy. You know where it came from. It's just that they do a good job. But how is that difficult if that's your job? Like, they do this. They do this really well. They do it worldwide.
Also, this guy fucked with the worst person you could fuck with. A high-ranking, beloved general who's in charge of trained killers who love him. And you don't think he could put one of those dudes on you with a coffee meeting? Just have a sit down at Starbucks with no phones on you? And let me explain what's going on?
A shadow government is no more difficult than a government.
Yeah. And so, not only that, they don't have to get elected. It's even better. Even nicer. They can stay for a long time. Think about J. Edgar Hoover. How long did that motherfucker stay in power for? He was running the FBI wearing a dress for like 30 years.
Because of what you just discussed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that's why I can speak with impunity about the Illuminati, because I know who you would have to be in order for what I'm saying to bother you, number one.
Right.
Number two, I know your big secret. I know that you're not the Illuminati. I am. So you can't be illuminated. You're too dark. But the difficulty is getting people to believe something that they don't want to believe. And in each of these cases, this is where the money is. If you're just a capitalist, it is find something, establish a value for it, and make sure that that includes your profit, and make sure people really want it.
Right.
It's very fundamental.
Also, if you're running corporations and you're making billions of dollars, you're going to get bored. What's the ultimate game? The ultimate game is to run the whole world. You know what the ultimate game is, Katt?
I do.
We have an overpopulation problem, Katt.
Yeah.
It's an overpopulation problem.
Right.
And we're gonna be able to mitigate that with vaccines. We're gonna be able to mitigate that with health care.
Right.
We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna get rid of a bunch of people.
We used to be able to do it with neglect, and it was called nature's way.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like whatever was ailing you, it wasn't ailing everybody in the world. The Chinese didn't have it because they had 6,000 herbs 6,000 years ago.